shit, we're live.
120 of the Freak Show, and Happy New Year's, motherfuckers! Yeah.
Yeah, we missed the New Year's show because somebody was a little lumped up.
I was wasted.
Dude, you were so fucked up. I think I saw your tits more that night than any other girl in that week. Rob likes to pull his shirt up and put heads in there. It was interesting. Are you gonna show who sponsored us that day? Or sponsored your drunkenness that day? Yeah, I see the bottle right now. I see it already.
Oh no, that was The Rock. It was following your house.
You want to tell everybody what happened that night? The drunken chaos that went on?
Holy shit. I gotta tell you, I was unconscious most of the time.
So Rob walked in, and it was early. It was like 6:37-ish. And you were like, I need sleep, motherfuckers. And you literally just walked in and went right to the couch and went to bed. And you slept for about 4 hours, got a good power nap in, and then you woke up and you started eating, and then you got drunk. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Dude, Gina gave me one of the gummies. I'm telling her where you got those gummies from. She told me I got the gummies from you.
You gave them to her. Oh. Yeah,
dude, I got fucked up, man. What a fucking crazy night.
It was okay. It was a great night. It was only a little bit of drama, nothing too fucking crazy. You know, I had seen some people I hadn't seen in a while. Everyone got their temperature check when they came in. No one had any fucking symptoms. I've gotten tested since then. I'm still negative. I mean, so if you do things the right way, you can go out and have fun with people and just be careful. That's all. But I will say now, we're not going to talk politics until the end.
No.
I need a break from the fucking stupidity of this world.
Dude, I thought the Royal Rumble was at the end of the month.
Man, seriously. Every 30 seconds, somebody ran in.
Oh, my God.
So let's start with wrestling. Let's start Monday. Monday Night Legends. Legends.
They made them look like idiots, like Fossil.
Bro, it was so bad. It was so. First of all, I mean, some of them like Tatanka, what the fuck his name was, Tanaka. He just stood there. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then you put Mickie James there as a legend. So is she done wrestling? Does that mean she's officially like over?
Also, Alicia Keys too. Alicia Fox.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah. I never realized she was done.
I didn't either. She had a lot of tattoos now. All of a sudden, she had like her arm was like all covered, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was a horrible show, and the ending was even fucking worse.
Dude, but the match between Drew and Keith was pretty good.
Some of the matches were decent, just the writing and fucking Goldberg coming out and challenge, and so it made no fucking sense that he's like, and I watched this online. You know, everyone else discussing it. So he's yelling at Drew, saying he doesn't give the guys respect, which is literally exactly what Randy Orton did the entire fucking show. But you go, like saying, "Fuck you, legends, you pieces of shit." But you're gonna go to Drew McIntyre, and Drew's like, "I don't know what you're talking about, bro." Like, literally, I had Shawn Michaels in my corner like a month ago, saying how much respect I have for the guy. It is the worst writing. I didn't think it could get worse. It got worse. It got worse.
Hey, you want to hear? That was the highest rating Raw since July.
But why though? Because it's legends. You can't give it because of that, because it's literally because it's the next Raw of the new year, and it's always Legends Raw. It's like saying the highest rated Raw is after WrestleMania. Of course it is, because everything happens then.
No, but you know why it was the highest rating Raw? No more football, no more Monday night.
Yeah, that's true. Who do you think's going to the
No more Monday night. Guess what? I think in a perfect world, it should be Kansas City versus Green Bay, but there's so many games. There's 6 games this weekend.
Yep.
6. I like to see Buffalo break the curse and go out there.
I want to see the Saints go because New
Saints are good too.
Orleans,
They look good.
they look damn good, and Nolan knows how to fucking party. I miss New Orleans. I miss the people down there. I
All
miss
I
the
can,
food.
all I can tell you, your house looked like a Black Lives Matter party. There were so many
Uh,
blacks.
on New Year's, yeah. I was waiting for somebody to say some dumb shit. Do you know how many times I said I don't go politics, but I'll just say this: how many times I get heard that I'm a white supremacist, I'm a racist, and I'm like, I got more more blacks and Asians and people around me than anybody. But yeah, I'm a white supremacist.
Oh man.
So it was funny because that night I had one of our friends. I won't say who. He's been in the show before, and I had to ask him like, bro, am I a racist? Because I keep hearing this shit like fucking people love and he looked at me and goes, shut the fuck up. Stop saying this. People don't want to hear logic. He goes, trust me, if you were racist, I wouldn't be here. Like, all right, I'm just checking, man. Maybe I do gotta check myself sometimes, but maybe it's just people being dumb. You big fucking dummies. So Raw sucked. What about the rest? What about Impact and NXT and AEW?
Let me tell you, NXT and AEW, I gotta say, you know what was actually really good that we're not even talking. It was the Rest of the Kingdom 15, and holy shit, they had like 60 minute, almost 60 minute matches. It was like
Yeah.
it's like you know what the problem is. I don't care how bad those Japanese are. If I would go in the ring with those Japanese motherfuckers, they're so small I will fuck them up. I don't give a fuck. I don't need any professional training. I'm enjoying those motherfuckers all over the place. You weigh 160 pounds.
Robert, we are number 101 in Japan. You have to show them respect.
Oh, I love you, you Japanese bastard. But
I love
Abuchi,
you. Domo
Abushi
arigato.
won the title. Abushi won
Yes.
the title in the
Yeah, he
Tokyo. You know
did.
what's crazy to see the Tokyo Dome empty and they're having these phenomenal matches, and they're still having phenomenal matches.
Dude, the Tokyo Dome being empty is just fucking scary to begin with. I mean, you haven't been to Tokyo yet, which I'll get you there eventually. Dude, that thing is tremendous. Just walking past it, it's fucking huge. It is huge. So to me, I compare it to a smaller version of the dome. What the hell's the name of the dome in NOLA? Where I saw WrestleMania. I went there
Oh,
and I was like,
is it
whatever
the
it's
New
called.
Orleans Dome?
I don't know. It's called something.
Is it New Orleans Dome or it's called the Saints? It's called something. I forgot what the hell it's called.
It was just like, holy shit. That's fucking insane. It was huge, tremendous. But Japan's amazing. I love Japan. I can't wait to go back. Once this embargo shit's gone, which I'm hearing through the whispers of scientists, this, that, and the other, that they're saying by beginning of summer, the latest, that this shit should be. I hope. Let's hope.
Do you want to hear something funny? So there's like two Japanese guys in my building now. And I don't know how they got into the country, but they're doing a B&B. But it's like two, and they come in. Oh, konnichiwa, konnichiwa. I was like, you guys are not from here. How the hell did you get in the country?
They heard about the podcast and they came running. They're like, you know what? We're gonna go see a Robert Rossi. So Impact was phenomenal. Impact was good. It's always having good writing. And then AEW, man, the ending. What'd you think? What'd you think of the ending?
And you know what's funny? They don't own the rights to Bullet Club, but it was like a reunion of the Bullet Club.
Well, they had it. Yeah, they all fucking. I thought it was phenomenal. I think the Sting coming out to save Darby Allin was phenomenal. I think that's the reason why everyone's shitting on Goldberg and not Sting because Sting's not taking the main event status. Sting, you can tell Sting's there to help the younger guys get over, which is awesome. Unlike Goldberg, who really like he should have lost to Dolph Ziggler. He should be laying on his back almost every match now, putting these young kids over who are going to make the business keep growing, which then keeps him in business. But if he wins at the Royal Rumble, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think he's going to win?
No, I can't see. I think Drew's gonna get over that and beat him because the only reason they got Goldberg there because they have nothing else. They got no other person to challenge Drew. If they were smart, they should have do the swerve and they should have Sheamus fight Drew at the Royal Rumble for the world title.
I mean, do you have to put the world title on the line, the Royal Rumble? You could have one pay per view; it's not defended. I mean, give me a fucking break. He defends it every other week on goddamn Raw now, so have the 1 week, the one pay per view is not doing it. Let's be honest, the Royal Rumble is the main reason why everyone watches it. It's one of my favorite pay per views because
Yeah, of course.
before the stipulation of who's going to win gets a title shot, it was always you never knew who was going to win. Who won the first one? Was it fucking Hacksaw Jim Duggan? I think he won the first original one. So like that was it's like King of the Ring. It was a good way of picking a mid card guy and saying, all right, now we're gonna push you to the main card, the top tier, and this is your push. So who do you think's gonna win the Royal Rumble?
To imagine Edge coming out, winning the Royal Rumble, and then Goldberg wins the title of the Spear versus Spear at WrestleMania.
Old man versus old man.
Who got more grades?
Who's got more injuries? They take two walkers to the ring. No, I don't think that would ever happen because I think Goldberg is too sloppy. And I don't mean it to be rude. I think he would hurt Edge in a heartbeat. I think Edge, you got to go in with a guy with kitten gloves, and it ain't Goldberg. Dude, do you hear all the rumors? Who might come back to the Royal Rumble?
Who?
Take a guess. Who do you want to see in the Royal Rumble? That you never thought would come back into the Royal Rumble.
You know what? I like to see Edge. You know what? There's not really anybody. There's not really anybody. What legend can they bring? The Undertaker, Kane, stars. The Rock.
I heard Taker might come back. The Rock, I didn't hear. I heard Taker. I heard CM Punk.
CM Punk, I heard.
Because I heard his wife wants to go in the Women's Battle Royal. Then the one I heard that I was like, there's no fucking way. I heard Ryback is coming back.
No, but supposedly Ryback signed with AEW.
I heard he's coming. So that's another one I heard. I heard they're trying to get Dean Ambrose. Which I'm like, how the fuck does that make any sense?
No, they can't get him. Only if they get a guy named Dean Ambrose. Like the fake Razor and all.
But dude, let's be brutally honest. If they're doing work with Impact and they're swapping wrestlers out, what is the unlikelihood nowadays to see Dean Ambrose show up and get in the Royal Rumble? Throw some fucking guys out and lose. But how much money and how much interest would that bring into all of wrestling? That now they're legit invading.
You know who I can see coming? I can see Finn Balor try and get into the Royal Rumble and winning a title shot.
I mean, I don't see why not. He's an NXT guy. Well, maybe Aleister Black will come back because he's in hiatus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, where is he? You know what's funny? So they were supposed to bring up Damian Priest, and he was supposed to come up and be like Kevin Owens' best friend, but they scratched the thing because it made no sense. So they scratched the whole thing. But dude, Damian Priest, that guy looks like a bona fide rock star. You can bring him, win the fucking Rumble, and have him challenge fucking Roman Reigns and be like, who the hell is this guy? Where did this guy come from? And that guy looks like a star.
Where'd he come from? Brooklyn.
NXT, but he was from Ring of Honors.
He's from Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you see who parted ways with Ring of Honor, Marty Scurll? Imagine WWF just signed him up.
I'm sure they've already put feelers out and seen what's going on. They just announced the top paid wrestlers and some of the money these guys are getting. I'm like, holy shit! Like Ronda Rousey getting 1.7 million.
Oh, who's on the list?
Oh, Ronda Rousey got 1.7.
Oh shit!
I was like, yeah. So she's the one that stuck in my mind the most because she hasn't wrestled a match since WrestleMania of last year.
No,
like 1.7 to sit home. Who else? Some of the guys like Roman Reigns gets $5 million a year, but like these crazy numbers. But did you see the entrance to AEW at Matt Hardy, where he took a mad dig at WWE?
Oh yeah, well I didn't see his entrance. What did he do?
It's a backstage segment with him and Private Party, and he's discussing, you got to sign this contract. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make you household names. And they're like, "But 30% is a lot of money, a lot of percentage." He goes, "You know what? You're absolutely right. It is a lot, but I'm gonna make you stars. You're gonna be famous, and I won't take your third party numbers. Twitch and Cameo. Those are big money numbers. I won't touch that. I'm not a monster." Like, oh
Wow,
god, that's a bad dig, bro.
that is bad. That is fucking bad. You know what? You know what the thing is? These guys, man. You should apply for the job. The WWF looking for a head writer.
Could you imagine? Oh my god. It's like, yeah, John, you have a problem with this segment? What's that? Kevin Owens called Roman a cunt. You can't say that on national television. I'll just bleep it. No,
Oh
we'll
my
bleep it.
god,
We'll bleep it. It's okay. No worry, we'll bleep it.
dude! Do you
I
see
thought
the
I
match
think
between Warlock
War,
and Jack Hager? What's his other name?
Warlock and
Warlord, whatever the
Warlock.
hell.
You said
Warlock and Jack Swagger,
Jack Haggard.
whatever the hell the guy's name. I got. I don't even know their names anymore.
It's Warlow and Jack Swagger. Not Jack Swagger.
Oh,
Jake Hagar. You got me singing it now.
yeah, Jake Hagar, whatever the fuck he want to call himself.
Jack
It's a slapdick.
Haggard. Jack Haggard. He's actually a really sweet guy. Gina met
Yeah.
him many times, and we saw him in New Orleans for WrestleMania weekend. He's actually a sweetheart. He's actually really, really nice. A big stoner though. He was like stoned out of his fucking mind.
Shocking.
Him and
You know what?
R-Truth.
Oh yeah, our truth is a good dude. Our truth is like over 50 years old. He looks fantastic. He looks better now than he did then.
Yeah, yeah, he looks phenomenal. His I don't have I have TikTok, but I don't follow him on TikTok. But his shit's hysterical. Like he should. And people are saying that they want to give him a run for the title. If he never got it yet, he should never get it. I mean, he's too old, I think, to hold the title. Or if he gets it, he just give it away right away. I would love to see him as world champion.
And I don't think he needs it. He's so over just with the 24/7. Why was he? Why would he even need to get the title? He's comedy relief.
Yeah, but the sad fact is he is comedy relief, but he can wrestle. Usually, most comedy relief guys suck at
Yeah.
wrestling. Like Santino Marella, who I absolutely loved. He was a fucking amazing wrestler who was just funny as shit. I know me and Sweeney have mad disagreements with that because I don't think he liked Santino Marella. He's like, he's not that good. I'm like, bro, he's hysterical, and he puts on a good show. He puts on a good wrestling match. My opinion.
Dude, there was a review in Yelp about Eyeball. The guy wrote, "Spent one of the best Christmas ever. Just having Rob Rossi rip me an asshole for 25 minutes about what an asshole I am."
Hey, that's New York City.
We, yeah,
We
we need to get Santino to destroy us.
We should get a fucking cameo from him. He's not expensive. He's like $30. So did you see Wonder Woman?
Oh man, what a bag of dicks! I think we talked about it. It was horrible. It was 2.5 hour. It wasn't that good. They had some great action, but it was like
we didn't talk about the last isn't the last podcast we did was on Christmas Eve, wasn't it?
was it? Did we do it Christmas Day?
No. I had my son, so I know we didn't do a day. I thought it was Christmas Eve at the bar. I thought we did it, and that was it. We were supposed to do it New Year's Eve, but you got too drunk.
Fuck man, New Year's was fun. That was the dude. I fulfilled my destiny. I wanted to be passed out by 10 o'clock. Then I got up. It's midnight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I forgot
No,
JJ was there.
JJ was there. Her boyfriend was here. Yeah, we were all here. No, so I don't think we discussed it. But so what'd you think?
Was you know what? It was. I think it was just too long. And I don't know whether like the villains weren't really bad guys. They weren't villains. They were people that were just vilified because they had this kind of power, or they wanted this kind of they wanted like the persona. They wanted to be somebody else, but nobody was original. Everybody wanted to be somebody else. This guy's wanted to run the world, and it was very like a smack to the face of who's the president almost. The guy was like a and between Chris Pine and that guy, they got better hair than the women. I never seen two guys with their hair so nice. I was like, what the hell?
I
And
know exactly.
then you had and you know what? I didn't understand the thing with the stone. Like I wish they talk about. I wish they had the god that made that stone and why the stone gave you wishes. I wish it was more like that. Like in the first one, at least you had Ares. You knew Ares was the bad guy, but
Hmm.
who was Ares? Here, it was a human being that got the stone. Hey, make a wish, motherfucker!
I thought the movie sucked the bag of dicks.
It was
I
terrible.
thought I thought Kristen Wiig, whatever her name is, I thought she was going to be the worst part of the movie, and she turned out to be the best part of the movie. Her as Cheetah was
She was
phenomenal. I
good,
thought. Um, there was
very good.
no definitive villain, really. Um, you know, and him, he's like, I'm not really a bad guy. I mean, Lord Maximus in the comics, phenomenal. So the way they made him, like, I'm not a bad guy. I just want to be rich and powerful. All right, that's cool. That's everybody.
Yeah,
But not cutting corners, not trying to be an asshole to do it, kind of makes you the villain. So I just think the
yeah.
show, I think the movie was all over the place. And then Chris Pine coming back in someone else's body really fucked me up. I was like, this makes no sense. It's like,
But I thought it was kind of good. Instead of going back in time, they did it like that. I thought that was kind of clever. And
well,
he
then,
just took over the guy's body, and it wasn't like they went back in time and got him.
so what happens to that guy? Fuck that guy. He loses every, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it didn't make sense to me. And then him taking it was a lot of it. It was just like, really? Like that? It just seemed like bad writing. Just like it was just shitty. And then the end was like, all right, that's the end. For those who haven't seen it, I'm gonna spoil it for you right now. The ending is, I renounce my wish. That's it. That's how it ends. Like, really?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that my wish.
I renounce my wishes. I renounce the fucking 2 hours I spent watching that piece of shit. The only good thing with the fucking the only good thing with the action scenes. The action scenes were pretty decent. But other than that, it sucked. And if this bitch could fly,
The fight scene were great.
lessons are great. But if she could fly, why the fuck didn't she fly in Batman versus Superman, Justice League? Why didn't she fly in everything else?
I think she kind of did fly once or twice. Like she flew. Like remember with Aquaman? They flew Aquaman. Like
I
she
don't
could
remember that.
fly. I think she did fly one or two scene in Justice League. There were a big scene, but you know what the thing is, and then the other thing that made it that she was getting weaker because she was in love with a man. Did you see that whole thing?
Mm-hmm. And her lassoing the fucking lightning. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? If they tied that into like Black Adam coming in, and that's where the lightning should come in, then all right, I get it makes more sense because it's not. But her just lassoing lightning and jump, like, what the fuck is this? Makes no sense.
But how about
It,
the invisible jet?
so dumb, so dumb. I mean, it was cool the way they did it, but so if you can fly, the fuck you need a jet for then, dummy. Like I get it. It just makes no. It's if she could do all that shit, then why were they fighting fucking Steppenwolf? Didn't she make the whole plane invisible and just fly into the fucking thing? That's what I'm saying. It made no sense.
You got to remember they're adding this later on, and they don't know that people are going to question it. They just added later on, and they don't think people are going to question it because let me tell you that she and then in the first movie you could tell she was learning her power. So I let them get the by with her flying with the lightning and stuff because she's still learning her power. She doesn't know her full potential yet. And by the time you see her in Justice, she's a full Amazon warrior. Like she got her power. She's like equal to Superman.
Well, apparently, in the comments, not comments, in the in interviews, Patty, whatever her name is, the director, she said that the movie was nothing that she wanted it to be because the studio got so involved and touched on everything, which does not shock me. It's the same thing that happened with Batman versus Superman. It's the same thing that happened with fucking Justice League. I'm waiting Have they announced when the Snyder Cut's coming out yet for Justice League?
In March. March.
Is it March? I cannot wait for that. That's gonna be
But
fucking
it's
either
episode one.
amazing. Yeah, so it's gonna be like I think weekly, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
gonna be one episode.
one a week. Yeah, like a month and a half. But it's either gonna be amazing or it's gonna be a fucking disaster.
But do
I'm
you
hoping for the
see what
first.
fucking DC? Huh? You see
So
what
I'm hoping
DC
it's gonna.
done so far? What they did to hmm?
So I'm hoping it's gonna be great.
Yeah, but you see what DC did to the fucking HBO Max? You can almost get all everything. You can almost get everything. You can get all the movies. They even got the Dark Justice League Dark Apocalypse, which I think everybody should see that one. That was a dude. There was people dying.
People, it's fucking Endgame Part 2. that comic was
Yeah.
phenomenal. It's funny because DC just sent me an email. I called them about renewing my app, my subscription. I'm like, why would I want to do that? I have HBO Max. Like, well, you get the comics here. I'm like, yeah, I don't read the comics that often anymore. Like, especially not digital. I hate. Maybe I'm just weird. I hate digital comics. I'm too old. I want to have an actual comic in my hand and then fucking read it, not scrolling a little screen to read shit. Like, no, I want to have it in my hand. Um, so I hope I'm waiting for the new Doom Patrol. Cannot wait and see where they go with that shit. That last season was fucking weird. That finale sucked.
The only reason the only reason they ended like that was because of the whole Cobra shit. They had to stop because they were still filming while the thing happened, and then that happened. So they ended like that. Very weird because of that. That's the once you have the COVID-19, that's it. The other thing that I think that they're gonna be doing also because Marvel's you see the Disney Plus, they're going full force. You see they release a trailer to the High Republic.
So that's not a show. That's like just like books and whatnot. I don't think they're making a show or a movie.
Yeah,
And I'm not a fan of it because
yeah. What it
if you think
is
about the
is
Old Republic, they already have books of the Old Republic. The Old Republic came from a video game, which you can get on Xbox. You can get you can get the original one on Xbox. The graphics are a little cheesy, but the storyline is fucking phenomenal.
yeah, but this is how it started. Like this is like when the Jedi's were, they were like on top, this and that, and how
Yeah.
they started and stuff like that. So it's a whole different story, and introduce a lot of new people because this is like something like 10,000 years before Skywalker or anything
Yeah.
like that. Like it's
Well,
like
that's
the
what I'm saying.
beginning.
In the video game, Knights of the Old Republic, that's the storylines. Darth Revan is the big baddie in the first one. There's no rule of two, which I think is phenomenal. So you have Sith Lords running around trying to fuck shit up everywhere. And I think they should make a movie of it. I think they could do at least 9 movies out of the Old Republic easily. I pray and I hope they reboot the last 3 because the last 3 were fucking horrible. But Disney Plus, I mean, I don't know if you saw Soul yet. Soul was an amazing, amazing movie.
It was better than Wonder Woman.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it was fantastic. With the
I
guy
loved it.
going into the guy jumping into limbo and then training that other ghost that hey, you want to come to life, you want to live. It was like wow,
For me, it
it
was
was good.
amazing. For me, it was amazing just musically hearing Trent Reznor do the score for the movie while putting in nothing but jazz. I mean, it has its
Yeah,
industrial elements, but Trent Reznor doing jazz to me and finding that was just the music was phenomenal. It was fucking phenomenal.
yeah, it was.
Remind me of New
And you,
Orleans.
and you had Jamie Foxx as the lead character. You know what was? I think it was in New York, so it had the New York feeling, which was even more weird.
I didn't even know it was Jamie Foxx. I had no clue that was him until I watched an interview with him about it. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he was the main character, man.
Yeah. I think that actually helped me not knowing. Now that movie would have made millions in the theaters. I'm sorry. That would have made so much fucking money. But I'm still waiting for Black Widow. We got WandaVision starting next week. Thank God. I'm
Oh my
dying for
god, I can't
WandaVision.
wait for that.
Now, what do you think is
And,
the
and I think
big
you're right.
the
I
big
think
fuck you?
you know what? This is pretty much right after it's pretty much right after end games, and it's her. I think it's her. Something happened in her mentally she started this Parker universe, and because she probably so depressed from losing vision, she started this Parker universe, and I think it's gonna be House of M and another story because they're talking about maybe some mutants appearing in the thing, maybe even a appearance by supposedly Magneto might even make an appearance, and the guy that play her the Quicksilver in the X-Men might show up too. And they're also talking about the other Quicksilver from the Marvel, so it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be. I mean, are they filming yet? I don't know if they're filming anything yet. Are they filming fucking like Spider-Man yet, or like anything like? Are they allowing them to? I know Tom Cruise just had a mental breakdown
They,
on the set. Did you hear that one?
oh yeah, because somebody wasn't wearing a mask or something.
Somebody did
He
something
lost his
stupid.
shit.
He flipped the and the worst part is everyone like usually like when Christian Bale lost his shit, everyone was against him. He lost his shit, and everyone's like, no, I get it. Tom Cruise is right. Like, fuck you, he's right. The insurance companies are killing him, and he's trying to do shit the right way. Fuck you, you're an idiot.
Oh man, you know what else? You know what else is coming out that they got? They were showing they showed all the trailers for all the DC stuff coming out. DC got a bunch of shit coming out, and they even talk about John Cena getting his own DC series from the character the Peacemaker he's playing on Suicide Squad.
Really? Come on. That's
Yeah,
dumb. That's dumb. That is just dumb. The Peacemaker,
yeah, but that's
really?
what's happening.
Come on. I'll say it now. I've seen enough. Get
That's
out of here.
happening. That's happening too. The other thing that's happening is you seen DC they released that Future State, that whole new series that's coming out, and then introduce there's a Black Batman, and the Black Batman is Tim Fox. He's Lucius Fox's son because
Oh, shit.
Bruce Wayne went broke and he got to live like a regular human being, and Lucius got to control all his money, and he's taken over, and this guy took over Batman. So it's a black Batman, a whole new costume. It's a and it's a future. Like they introducing a Spanish Wonder Woman. They introduce a bunch of new future characters. So it's going to be very interesting.
I did not see it. And this is where, I kind of get aggravated, but I have no problem with that storyline. Lucius Fox's son, it's like, no, great, awesome. So Miles Morales, like, oh, make Spider-Man black. I was like, why? Turning Peter Parker black. Well, no, it's Miles Morales. All right, cool, awesome. No problem with that whatsoever. The problem I have is when you turn characters a different ethnicity or different gender for no reason besides just doing it. Just write a new fucking
Yeah,
character. Write a new character. That's awesome. That's amazing. I mean, I don't understand that logic of, oh, we're gonna get more audiences. No, you're not. You're gonna get shitted on, like fucking Safe Space and Snowflake. If you have not seen that
what
yet, when when the podcast's over, or pause this, go to YouTube, type in the new Warriors, and just read people just
it's
shitting
terrible.
all over it. It was horrible. They shit all over it.
It was garbage. It was garbage. So
So I missed this question first. Did you watch the Disney Plus? Did you watch 616 yet?
I've seen one or two of those. They talk about shows that coming out and stuff. That's what they're doing, the making of stuff, right?
It's the more like the making of stuff, like behind the scenes stuff. There's one which is really good, which is
Yeah.
the deep cuts of like brute force, the animals that had like genetics put in. Like some of them are good. If you haven't checked it, it's only like a 6 or 7 episode show. It's really good. That and the Mandalorian behind the scenes is phenomenal. Seeing
Mandalorian.
how they
Mandalorian.
hired. Yeah, well, I didn't know. Like in the one episode, Salacious Crumb is the one in the cage watching his friend being cooked. But like that's Salacious Crumb. Like, how do you know? I'm like, well, you guys wrote it, so I guess you would know. But like, yeah, because since Jabba got fucked over, they captured his ass. They're gonna eat him. Instead of having him laugh, he gives
Oh
that
shit.
miserable. Yeah, that is really him. And I was like, oh shit. I mean, it makes sense. He's got no Jabba left, so they're gonna fucking eat his ass.
Oh shit.
But if you get a chance, why those are so good because they show you the in depth of how they built these things. So I didn't know how they did. If you don't want to know the behind the scenes special effects stuff, then don't watch it. But do you know how they shot The Mandalorian at all?
How? How?
So for those who don't want to know, fast forward. That's not shot out in the desert. That's shot on a soundstage. They have a fucking 360 projection TV and like panels and on the ceiling. So they only build part of the cockpit for, let's say, the fucking Razor Crest, and everything else is CGI, not CGI, but TV screens. And it's done so the technology's gotten so good, and Jon Favreau did this with the Jungle Book. They used video game techniques where if you move the camera, it moves the TVs and everything else. So those desert scenes you see them walking is all just TV work. So imagine this dumbass shit behind me, but like looking like the desert, but looking like pitch perfect like the desert. I watched that episode alone, and then you'll be like, holy shit.
But you can do that too in your house. You know what? You could get a green screen and you could just strap it behind it and you can make the desert.
No, I know you get a green screen. But now imagine walking onto a set and there's no green screen. It's the actual desert. Like you see it because it's actual LED screens everywhere. I think it was Gina what's his face who plays Cara Dune. She said a couple times she fell because it shows them the screen's moving like they're walking. And she goes, I just fell over because I'm not walking, I'm not moving. Like she lost her balance.
Wow, that's amazing. You seen you see Cobra Kai? And
What'd you think?
I thought it was fantastic. Dude, I love it. I just takes me back to that 80 time of it. You know what's funny? Some of those fight scenes, they actually got guys in green masks, like in green suit, lifting the people up so they can do some of those kicks. Do you know that?
No, that's horrible.
Yeah, they were showing something and they're carrying one of the girls, like she's in the air, she's throwing a kick. It's like, oh my god!
My major issue with Cobra Kai was there was only 9-10 episodes, and at 30 minutes each.
Yeah,
that's nothing but one Lord of the Rings movie. I binge watched the entire fucking season with Gina in one day.
I hated that I did that. I watched it in one day too, but it was so good.
It's 3 hours. Lord of the Rings director's cut. The one movie is fucking 4.5. Like, it's like, come on. No, it's more than 3 hours.
I can't wait to see.
My math's off there with that one. My math's completely off with that. I'm thinking about it. Like,
I can't wait to see.
Good.
Now it's like 6 hours, 5 hours. It's 5 hours to see like all 10 episodes.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. My math is way off. I'm still gonna get tweets and comments. You're so dumb. You're an idiot. You suck at math. Yeah. 2 + 2 is potato.
You know what's? You want to see what's funny that that whole thing came out, right? They did it, but I'm looking for Peter Jackson. He's doing that Beatle documentary. If you've seen the trailer for that Beatle documentary, holy shit! They got like Yoko Ono, they got Paul McCartney's wife. They're all hanging out, playing music. He got stuff that you will never see anywhere else.
That's where the Peter Jackson.
Yeah, he's doing a Beatles
because he's Mr. Lord of the Rings, like weird, freaky shit. Weird.
But he got so much money to do this that he took all this footage and put it together. It looks fantastic. Like if you look up the trailer right now, and it looks pretty damn good. And you're seeing the Beatles like you've never seen them before, like hanging out, drinking. Like it's very, very different from anything you've ever seen. And so I can't wait to see that come out. Also, that's going to be fantastic.
After this, I'm definitely going to have to check it out and see what's up. I mean, I haven't seen really anything worthwhile coming out. I mean, there's nothing that's really jumped. I watched For Love of Monsters. It was decent. It wasn't, anything. Is it when I've gone to the movies and seen it? No. I watch it on a Tuesday night if it's on cable. Yeah. It's a decent watch. If you haven't seen it yet, the visuals are pretty good. The CGI is decent. It's a good story. But nothing really coming out. I'm still waiting to see what the fuck was up with Black Widow. I want to see what happens. I'm telling you, I think I'm right. I think the bitch is a Skrull. telling you. You heard it here
Oh,
first.
maybe the one that died. Maybe the one that died was a stroll.
Yes. And I only say this. Well, I know for two reasons. A, I know somebody who worked for Marvel, and I said yes. That when I told them, like, yeah, it's true. And B, when Banner says I tried to snap Nat back, I just couldn't find her because Nat ain't dead, bitch. She's sitting up in the fucking in the sword fucking space station with fucking Nick Fury.
Wow, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes a lot
Even
of sense. You know,
I
this
mean, I could be wrong,
Marvel's
but
also taking a series
of what?
because Star Lord is going to be in Thor. Love him.
Yes.
You saw that?
Yeah. I mean, I hope. I just finished watching Endgame again today, and just seeing how many throwbacks to the old movies. I mean, just even the subtlest, littlest things. I mean, even just Sam Wilson coming in and going cap on your left, from the second Captain America when they were just running around the pond.
Yeah.
So many. It was just written so well. I think that's why, as fans and as true geeks, we get angry with movies like Wonder Woman, where it's like it's just a shitty movie. Like it's not even
Yeah.
written well. It's just badly written. You want to say it's the studio? You can say whatever you want. It's just a shit movie. If you write things, it's in with the Star Wars. If you write 8 movies or 8 movies worth of content, you got to keep the content going. You got to keep continuity. You start changing shit. It's like what the fuck?
You know what's the worst thing about Wonder Woman? They couldn't make Justice League 2.5 hours, but they made Wonder Woman 1984 2.5 hours.
That's why I'm praying for the Schneider cut because apparently they gave him what 17 million to finish the movie, which is a lot. But
Yeah,
I
he's
also
going to add
heard
a lot of things.
Well, I heard they did some reshoots because Ben Affleck said, yeah, he had to go back in and shoot some more Batman stuff. Um, but then I heard a lot of people, like CGI people, were jumping on board at cost, like getting paid nothing just to put this fucking movie out. If that doesn't show you how much people love um, the industry, love their job, love what they do, that they do it for free, then I don't know what the fuck does. I mean, I did it for free in the wrestling industry way back in the day in the late '90s, just because I loved it. I mean, I got fucked over a lot, but I loved DJing. I loved seeing the production of wrestling and the shows. Um, so just seeing people like literally do things just to get it done, knowing like I forgot who it was. One was kind of reading somebody. What actor took like a $3 million pay cut to make sure they got another actor on the movie because he knew it would make the movie that much better. Like that's amazing.
You know what? You know what's going to be interesting because they're also doing like a cut of the Suicide Squad too to fix the thing that they had. They're making a like an ultimate cut of the Suicide Squad for
Really?
HBO Max. Yeah, and you heard the new talk. So that Michael Keaton is going to be the Batman of Batman Prime. So you got to think. When you call Batman Prime, are you talking about Batman in the TV shows, like in like the Flash and all this? Because that's called the Prime, but it's all connected in the DC universe. And then they talk about having Ben being Batman, also doing Batman movies. So who's gonna? But they're saying that Michael Keaton is gonna be the main Batman, and they are pushing for a Batman Beyond movie with him playing old Bruce Wayne. That how fantastic would that be?
That would be listen, I love Batman Beyond. I thought that show was done so well. They make that happen, I'll be fucking thrilled. But the only problem I have is I don't think, and I know fucking Michael Keaton's old. I don't think he's old enough to be old Bruce Wayne. I want to see old Bruce Wayne like in his fucking 70s, like looking old as shit, like Vincent Price Bruce Wayne.
But you could do that with CGI, make him look a little
Yeah,
older and stuff,
give him the
because
prosthetics.
you know
Yeah, I
what
know, but
it wouldn't be bad. I think it would be pretty good. But they're calling him Prime. He's the Bruce Wayne Prime. But Ben is doing some other stuff, and I don't know, man. Let's see what they're gonna do. Because Ben. You know what Ben wanted to do? He had the idea. He wanted to do the Killing Joker.
Killing Joke, I can see that. Well, whatever happened to fucking Michael Pattinson? What happened to that Batman? Where'd he go?
Oh, Robert Pattinson. Yeah,
Yeah.
That movie's still being done.
I heard it was shut down. They were fucking all curious about it now since he got COVID.
No, but it's supposedly they started. You saw what's going to happen to the Browns this weekend? The Browns, the
No.
coach has the Browns coach tested positive. So it's like the special team coach is going to coach the team in a playoff game.
It's speak. All right. So going with the COVID angle, who's your motherfucker of the week?
You know what, man? Motherfucker of the week is it's like it's the whole fucking country, man.
Yep.
People just lost their damn mind. People lost their mind. People climbing the wall like wall like wall like it was a wall climbing. It was people lost their damn minds, man. You know what's the funny thing, and it was a sad time in our country that I think the cops just let these guys in. I think the cops just move and say, "Fuck it, why risk our lives? These guys want to defunk the police. Fuck them. You know what? Let's because how the hell did they get in that quick? Which make no sense."
Um.
And then and then you had that girl that got killed. That was a 14-year Air Force fucking pilot. Nobody say nothing about her. She got shot. You had four people get killed in yesterday's thing. You got had four. Yeah, you got some people killed yesterday, and they took over the fucking house, man. These politicians were running for your life, and you know what? It's almost like they almost deserve it, man. You locking shit down. You know what? If everybody was working, you will never have protests like this because people will have to go to their job.
If
People got
you
nothing
have
to do.
too that's the thing that people don't understand. You know why there's so much crime in poor communities because people are bored because they have nothing to lose. If you have nothing to lose, you do what the fuck you want. When you're making money and you're on vacation and you're taking vacations and you know you don't have to worry about money or what about your bills and you could say, all right, you know what, I'm taking a vacation in 2 weeks. I'm getting burnt out. I'm going to disappear for 2 weeks and go, to wherever. You're happy. Mental health is a thing. That's the first thing I'm going to say. And we're going to talk politics now because the last 10 minutes of the show. So we can vent about politics. If you don't like politics, turn this shit the fuck off. Um, Mental health is a thing. So when you're poor and you can't go on vacation, in Europe, you're given 6 weeks paid vacation per the government. You have to. In this country, most Americans take 1 day vacation a year. One fucking day. Think about that. And most big vacation days taken because you have to go to doctors or this, that, and the other. So we're worked to death. No other country has trillionaires in it. No other country has people where, like, I mean, I'm sure there is, like, in the Saudis and this, that, and the other, but I'm talking about, normal countries. We're fighting. I feel like it's Braveheart. We're fighting for the scraps of Longshank's table, and these fucking idiots that stormed the Capitol building got shot, but you still have the jerk offs on the other side saying, well, why didn't they get shot and killed? They did. Well, it wasn't fast enough. It wasn't fast.
Yeah,
People just
they
love to
got
complain.
tear gas. They got the same shit. They got tear gas. They got hit by everything.
But the left still bitched about it. Well, it wasn't fast enough. Well, it wasn't this. Well, the cops did that, and they did, and then like it's never good enough. It's like getting a fucking a steak dinner, a filet mignon dinner. Oh, I want surf and turf. Okay, here's the lobster. Oh, I want mashed potatoes. Okay, here's the potatoes. Well, I gotta pay for it. Like it's when you constantly complain about shit, shut the fuck up. And you can't talk about it. If you talk about it on one side or the
You
other,
know what's
you're either a Trump supporter or a fucking Biden supporter. They're both pieces of shit.
you know you know what's another funny? The way they filmed that, they only made it seem like the white people were there, and there were all kind of races. There were Chinese, there were black, there were Hispanic. But the way these guys shot the fucking angles, it's just shoot. You know what's the number one trend on fucking on Twitter? White privilege.
Of
White
course.
privilege.
Of course. And that's why, and for those who don't understand this, and I'll say this to everyone now, I deleted Facebook. I got rid of Facebook. I was like, I can't deal with the fucking stupidity going on, because I'll say something to a friend of mine, I don't care if you support whatever. We can have a conversation about it. We can still go for drinks about it and talk about other things. But if you're going to be that adamant when you're proven wrong, then the conversation's over. When you're saying it's white privilege because if they were black, they'd have been shot. Well, motherfuckers, they were shot. So what's your point? Oh, it was white privilege. If they were black, they would have been tear gassed. But they were tear gassed. So what's
They
the
were
point?
tear gas, dude. They were pepper gas. They were hitting them with rubber fucking bullets. Some of them had black.
Good. They should. Good. Fucking shoot the shit out of
You
them.
know what?
Fuck it.
You know what's funny? So the black conservative was there, the black conservative, and he tried to get on TV, and he said no journalists want to film black people there. They were all filming. He said it was like very fucking. Oh, sorry, we don't want to film you. If you were they filmed one or two Hispanic, but they look white. So you know what? People are guys, they're white. It was pretty. If you look at the
Yes.
way they filmed that, it was very like fucking crazy, man.
Not Denzel. Fucking Morgan Freeman said it best. You know how you kill racism in America? Stop reporting the bullshit racism. Stop saying a white man did this, a
Yeah,
black man did this. It's a man, not a white man, not a black man. It's just a man. When you keep reporting this shit
yeah.
the way it is, you're pissing gas in the fire. I watched the fucking View, and these dumb fucking pieces of shit on the View were discussing how it felt like 9/11 all over again, and I wanted to crawl through the screen. This was nothing like 9/11, you stupid fucking cunt. Maybe you
No,
weren't here for 9/11. It wasn't. They're discussing. Oh,
no. 9/11.
when you see a dumpster fire, do you piss gas on it? Because you're a fucking twat if you do. And right now, all these fucking liberals, what they're doing is pissing gas on a dumpster fire. Trump did some dumb shit with these dumb fucking people that stormed the fucking building. Just sit back and laugh. Sit back and enjoy the chaos they ensued and then clean up your shit. But when you start fucking bitching about it and pissing on it, you make the middle of the people like me not give a fuck about either one of you. This is why we need a third party and a fourth party and a fifth party.
Yeah, there
Because
needs to be there needs to be more. The two parties we have, it's not good enough anymore. We need more parties. We definitely need more parties because now we're just both parties are the same. And then they went back there and had a noble debate about. And you know what's funny? So they had to listen for it. So this has happened before. This happened to Hillary. You know what? This is the first time they ever filmed it. But this has happened before where the election got questioned and they had to do the thing. But most of the time, people don't contest it. This is the first time it got contested. You know what? For every state that contests it, it's a 2 hour debate. So they didn't declare this guy until like five to three to something in the morning. They didn't declare this guy because he had to be there talking. You know what? There's nothing like seeing your taxpayer money go to work finally.
that's the fucking problem. And then you had these schmucks on the View still saying, and they still said voted no against it. Like, yeah, well, because how are you getting mad at someone for not having your logic? How are you getting mad at someone for saying, look, you're like, I don't agree with what you're saying? And that's the biggest problem I think in this country. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. We don't talk to people, we talk at them. And if they don't agree with you, they're a moron, they're this, they're
Yeah.
that. It's like enough. Like, I can have a different opinion of you. That's the beauty of living in this fucking country. Like, I disagree with you if I want to. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't make me a bad person. You have a difference of opinion. That's it. Unlike some friends of ours who openly say, if you believe in this, delete yourself from my page. Those chuckleheads.
You know what's the funny thing? I'm surprised the cancer culture hasn't go after the zodiac sign Cancer because they offend them because it's cancer.
Well, did you see the new one about a man and a woman?
Dude, do people know what amen means? It's nothing about gender. This is the thing that now you people are fucking idiot, man. You know, it's
But
like
this
these
is how
things.
bad it's
It's
gotten,
amazing.
Rob. This is how fucking dumb we have gotten as humans. Oh, you can't say it
It's
should be it should
bad.
be a woman. It should be not a man, a woman. I'm like, are you
No,
fucking?
it
Are
got
you
nothing
this?
to do with gender.
Well,
It
it's the
got
same with.
nothing.
So it's. I mean, I thought changing the term manhole covers to what they change them to, like service utility covers. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Yeah,
why? What the
yeah.
fuck are we doing? Stop looking for shit to bitch about. My biggest thing
But,
is how do you live your life when all you do is look for shit to complain about?
but John, you know what amen is? It's a Hebrew for
Yeah.
I think it's it will be.
Or let it be.
Amen. It will
So
be.
yeah.
No, let it be or something like that. That's what amen is. I don't know these guys. The a woman because They're educated. They're idiots. They have nothing better to do. And then you got the squad. The squad.
It's the same thing. I was watching a whole bunch of things about transgenders today, about how in they were in the male to female transgenders are going into the Olympics, and they're going into um, even high schools, like high school track, and a boy who identifies as a girl now for 3 months can run track and destroy all the fucking national numbers and get again go to college. How is that any different
I don't
than
find that. I don't find that fair.
it's fucking not. It's insane. So if I say right now I identify as a woman, even though I have a beard, can I go into women's locker rooms, hang out? Like come on. It's and the worst part is I know a lot of transgenders. I know a lot. And they're more angry about this. They're like, you're making a mockery of what they fucking went through for decades because you want to fucking run track and get a better scholarship. Like, how is that fucking ah ah?
Nah, you know what? That's definitely not fair. You know what? If you're gonna do that, you should just have a fucking transgender Olympic where everybody can be whatever the fuck you want, and just you play against whoever it is. This is the transgender Olympic. If
Exactly.
you're a transgender, you sign up. You can run, you can jump, you can swim, whatever the fuck, and then you can have the Pakistani gender team come in.
We gave them what 80 million, so why not? All right, what do you have going on this
Then
week?
we gave Egypt all that.
Oh, we gave we
Well,
gave
we
we
gave
gave
Egypt all
we
that
gave them
money so they can
Sweden.
buy
Yeah.
the speedboats. They all gonna buy speedboats.
What do you
It's
have going on this?
fantastic. It's
What do you have going on
fantastic.
this
You
week?
know,
All right, we didn't do too much politics, thank God. What do you have going on this week?
not much, man. I went for my 4-A release, $45 million for the for the Pakistani gender
Yeah.
study.
Hey, seriously.
It's me. It's me. I need the money. I'm gonna study Pakistani's transgender, baby.
I wear lipstick. What does that mean? Is that okay? I'll put some on.
I think it's funny, man. No, this week, we're definitely. You know what's the one thing I want to get off my chest? And it's about bars and restaurant, and we're not fighting. Dude, we should be storming the White House like these motherfuckers. We should be going to Gracie Mansion. We should be going to fucking City Hall, storming the fucking halls like that, fucking break it in. Cause check this out. I can go to Costco. I can walk around. I can touch everything with my filthy hand. No
Rob,
problem. No social
Rob,
distance.
you can go to the mall
Nothing.
and you go to the mall and sit in a food court and eat. No problem.
You can do all this stuff, but I can't go to a bar, sit down, and get a drink, which is a total outrage. But I could go to Trader Joe, hang out. I can be no social distance. The only time you have social distance when you're online, everybody 6 feet, 6 feet. It's like you get to the point that people don't even care no more. You know how bad this disease has gone so long that people are getting to the point they don't care. That's where you say, "Oh, you go." My thing is De Blasio dancing in fucking Times Square. Him and
You
Magilla
just
Gorilla.
you just
Get the fuck out of here.
you just stole my motherfucker of the week. This piece of shit telling everyone to stay home, don't come to Times Square. You can't do that. Someone dance around in the middle of it with fucking no one here. You fucking jerk off. How someone hasn't taken a shot at him by now, I have no idea. Like people talk about shooting the president, and he's a jerk off. I get it, but this piece of shit everyone hates, and how someone hasn't taken him out, I have no
Oh
clue.
my god. He is garbage, man. The dude fucking Big Bird and Magilla Gorilla dancing in the middle of Times Square. Fuck them. Yeah, I'll get shit for calling her Magilla Gorilla. You
You
know what?
absolutely
Magilla
are.
Gorilla's a lot better looking. Magilla Gorilla's a lot better looking than that hideous fucking creature. She could go fuck herself, man. And the other Big Bird motherfucker, he could go fuck himself. Dude, this is just anger. This motherfucker gotta go, man. Put that
Yeah.
motherfucker. Oh, you wanna hear the craziest thing today? So today, Elon Musk became the richest man on Earth.
How?
He passed Bezos. He passed.
I thought Bezos was. He's like worth
No, it just
$1 trillion.
Nah, this guy just did it. And do you see Bitcoin? Bitcoin hit $40 million. I mean, $40,000 for one Bitcoin. It's coming. It's doing a weird comeback. Bitcoin, all that shit. What the hell's going on, man? And how come this? How come the economy is all shit? Yeah, dude. How come the economy is all shit, but the stock market's still going up? How come nobody questioned these measures, but the stock market's still going up?
Because we're sedated. We're like Hindu cows. We're kept fucking mellow. We got $600. We're happy. Yay!
Oh,
it's horseshit.
600 bread. That's enough money that we could put gas in your car and then go. We'll have $2 left to buy steak dinner.
A steak dinner with $2. $2.
Let me get some kebabs, please.
Yeah, right.
All right, Johnny.
Listen to the podcast. Listen to the conspiracy theory. Listen to the rock show. I got nothing going on. My birthday's coming up next month, so I might go to a little trip to New Orleans, go see some peoples. Other than that, I got nothing. Getting old. That's it.
I gotta plug the show. I gotta plug the show we did yesterday with Bob Hicks from Tales from the Dark. If you guys haven't heard this guy podcast or even the YouTube channel, fantastic stuff. Shit that will scare the shit out of you. But we did a show with him. He was a great guest. I put that up. I'm putting this show up on Friday. This show should be up, and it's I gotta tell you, I gotta thank the people for the support. I gotta thank Japan, Konnichiwa. Thank you very much for supporting us. Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you guys, thank you for all the support. We're in the 6th day or the 7th day of the New Year's, and it looks like 2020. Nothing has changed much.
Somebody put it. Today is December 38th of 2020.
Oh my God.
Nothing's changed.
Oh my God. Yeah. But John, thank you for everything. And like we always say, don't get drunk.
Get lumped up.
Get lumped up. See you next week.